a lot of the tractors and attachments and things, but it's all got to be paid for. And we really wanted these ones to keep the tractor as original as possible. Labour shortages, part shortages for the tractors, and we've got to overcome them. We've got to be positive, looking ahead towards the future. And you're on a new diet now, aren't you, babe? Well, hi everyone, welcome back to the farm. It's been a little while because we've had quite a lot of rain. Sorry about the cockerel there. We've had quite a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks, and it's been really difficult to make some good content. So you'll see just behind me, we've got the manatee there. We've been really busy. We've got the cattle back from the marshes. We've got the sheep, which are still out at the moment, and I've also bought some calves. So I'll show you the calves, which we bought for this year. We've got 29. We've got the manatee, as I've just said here, we're washing off. And then walking from the manatee, this is the John Deere, which recently I've spent a bit of time upgrading this winter. And you'll see I managed to find a decal for the toolbox, which we had powder coated. Also got the chrome mirror guards, from Tom Lee Engineering, the stainless steel exhaust from John Deere, and we managed to get a deal on these wonderful, genuine John Deere lights for this tractor. So if you've got a tractor on your farm, or if you've got a telehandler or Land Rover or any piece of equipment you would like to upgrade the lighting on, do go and check out toolandlight.com, because they make some great products. These are genuine John Deere lights from Speaker in America, and we really wanted these ones to keep the tractor as original as possible. So do go and check them out, toolandlight.com. I'll leave a link in the description down below. And then the next job, which I'm just thinking about for Christmas, is we might treat the tractor to a front PTO for when I put the buffalo mower on in the summertime. So leave a comment in the comment section down below if you'd like to see a front PTO and maybe a couple of hydraulic spools to go with it as well. So this is sort of where I've spent a lot of time recently. Here it's in the calf unit. It's winter time now, and I know a lot of you guys see the equipment and a lot of the tractors and attachments and things, but it's all got to be paid for. And this year we bought a few extra calves. We've got some Belgian blue crosses, we've got some Hereford crosses, and all that good stuff, which we're going to fatten up and get up to store age, and then we're going to sell them in the next couple of years. So they'll be about 18 months old. I feel like it's a day in the life of a farmer all over again. In the morning we feed them, they have milk, and then they have nuts and straw throughout the day. And then towards the end of the day, they have another feeding of milk. So it's taken up a lot of time, and it's sort of a behind the scenes of the farm, which you don't really see that much of. So I hope you can enjoy seeing the calves. It does take a lot of time, and I love doing it. So now we are still using the original 6-teat Stallion milk bar, which we've been using for a number of a little while now, and it's always done the job. Changed the teats on it a couple of times. We did look at a bigger milk feeder, milk trolley, milk bar, which is about £2,000, and really for 30 calves a year you can get away with just using a small 6-teat feeder and keeping the calves in groups of 6. It works really well. We've been doing it for a while, and the feeders are about £50 to £100. You know, don't get us wrong, you know, we have looked at the new automatic calf feeders and the milk bars. They do look really nice, and maybe one day we will invest in one. But for what we're doing, the more traditional, old school method of just a small 6-teat feeder in the bucket does the job for what we want to do. So as I'm sure you can probably tell, the calves are taking up quite a bit of time at the moment. So are the stores and the larger cattle as well, the suckler herd. We're going to be changing some of the suckler herd next year to another native breed. We're going to be introducing some more native Angus and possibly some Herefords as well, which we're looking into as well. So I'll show you now the biomass shed, and then we'll go and have a look at the crops. So when I've had some spare time this year, we've been coming in with a chipper, chipping up lots of wood. As you can see, we've managed to chip 65 tonnes so far, which we are quite surprised by, because we didn't think with that small chipper of mine that we'd be able to chip up that much wood, but it has worked out pretty well. As you can see, the hopper is empty, so we'll need to fill that up to keep everyone warm this winter. It is of course quite a difficult winter, this one, although it has been quite mild. There is problems with the cost of living, and of course it does affect people. It affects farmers, it affects businesses, small businesses. So touch wood, we've been okay, because we managed to get enough wood in time, and I picked up some more wood at the start of the winter, which we've got drying ready for next year. I'm going to finish off the site this evening, loading up the boiler, and then we'll go and have a look at the sugar beet. Well, I can't tell you how nice it is, the blend between the livestock side of the farm and the arable as well. And I think it's nice after a while to swap back to the livestock. So that's kind of where I've been hibernating with the cattle and the calves recently. So as you can see on the right hand side, we've got the sugar beet, which really suffered earlier in the year from the drought. And I'm surprised on the roads, there's quite a few farmers, particularly in North Norfolk, where we are here, in South Norfolk. In the north, there's a lot of people putting in reservoirs because obviously during the summer months, as I'm sure for those of you who watch the channel, we didn't seem to get very much rain. So we do need a good bit of water in the summertime. And it was really hit, as I said, by the drought. And it's also been damaged by a lot of pests, deer and hares. We don't really seem to get many rabbits anymore because a lot of the rabbits had died off from myxomatosis and another terrible disease which knocked a lot of them out. So this will be harvested hopefully towards Christmas time. The sugar beet factory's literally 2 miles over there, Cantley Sugar Beet Factory, where it's going to be processed for sugar, and then we'll get the fodder beet as well up, which is on another field, and we'll start feeding that to the cattle before long. So we're about 5 days away now from December, and we're coming, of course, towards the end of the year. And what a year it's been this year. It's been absolutely fantastic. And looking ahead to next year, there's some really exciting things on the horizon, which I can't say too much about now, but next year, however, you will find out about it, and it's going to be really exciting. Next week, we're going to be visiting a local shepherd's hut builders called the English Shepherd's Hut Company, and we're going to be looking at shepherd's huts for the farm. So we're going to be looking at putting one up for people to stay in, and they can hopefully enjoy a weekend getaway on the farm during the summer months or the winter as well. So we're going to go and see them being made, hopefully. It's all about farm diversification, adding something different to the farm, along with rearing the calves, the suckler herd, and of course as well the sheep, and where we're at now, the arable. So it's making everything work, it's getting it all going, and adding farm diversification into the mix as well. These are some challenging times, of course, with Brexit, with the way the economy is going right now, with the recession, and the difficulties in farming. There's a lot of problems, of course, with shortages of fertiliser, with egg shortages, and lots of different labour shortages, parts shortages for the tractors, and we've got to overcome them. We've got to be positive, looking ahead towards the future, and that's one thing which I will strive to do going ahead into 2023. So from Clover and I, Clover, I'm sure those of you who remember the day in the life of a farmer will of course remember Clover. Clover's around, she's doing well, and you're on a new diet now, aren't you, Clove? So she's on a new senior diet. I've had Clover since I was about 14, and you're coming up to about 12 now, aren't you? So you're doing really well. So you could do with a friend, couldn't you? I think you'd like a collie friend. So maybe in 2023 we'll look for a collie pup to join Clover. How'd you like that? So from Clover and I, we'll catch you on the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.